Harold's story begins with an eBay listing, a listing that reads like a horror story. Haunted Harold was allegedly purchased at a flea market from someone who said his son died shortly after getting the doll himself. Refusing to heed the warning, the new owner took the doll home. Within 2 days, his cat died, his girlfriend left him, and he began having chronic migraines. This doesn't even include the laughing and crying children he kept hearing in his basement, or the fact that the doll seemed to have a pulse. The current owner, Anthony Quinata, now has a YouTube page where he asks Harold questions and tries to investigate its history. Number 9. Letta. Letta is supposedly an ancient European gypsy marionette. At least 200 years old, it was discovered under an abandoned house in New South Wales, Australia. Owner Kerry Walton has gone on record many times admitting the terrifying consequences of finding such a doll. Objects move, items fall off walls, and in its presence, people and animals alike tend to freak out. In early attempts to sell the doll, he would suddenly feel utterly incapable of following through.
A lady had rung me and wanted to buy it, and I tried to take him out of the car, but I don't know, I just couldn't take him out. It was really weird.
Letta, short for Letta Me Out, is also known for its head full of human hair, for causing rain whenever it's taken outside, and for readjusting its sitting position all by itself. Number 8. Pupa. Pupa may be cute, but don't let her looks fool you. The dark side is strong with this one.
You don't know the power of the dark side.
Built in the 1920s to resemble her 5-year-old owner, Pupa was loved and cared for until the owner's death in 2005, and was then placed in a display case by the family. Since then, there have been numerous reports of Pupa tapping on the glass, being found in different positions, and writing messages inside the fogged-up case. Family member allegedly caught her moving on camera, but the footage, when uploaded, was inexplicably covered in white film with the words "Pupa No." Apparently, her owner had always said that Pupa, quote, had a mind of her own. Number 7. Okiku. Hailing from Japan, Okiku has found international fame as the doll with the growing hair. It was purchased in 1918 for a little girl, Okiku, who died less than a year later of a severe flu. In her memory, the family set up the large doll in a shrine. Eventually, they noticed that the doll's hair, which was originally just a bob, had been steadily growing, even after being cut. This led them to believe that the girl's spirit must have moved on into the doll. Since 1938, Okiku has been on display in the Menenji Temple, where people regularly visit her. The hair has allegedly been tested in a lab, and it was concluded to indeed be human hair. Number 6. Crystal, True, Monica, Charla, Isaac, Lily, Ashley, and Cameron.
We'll dry them off. We'll change their clothes. They'll be our living dolls.
As paranormal investigators, the Watkins family is better suited than most to be handling supposed haunted artifacts. The dolls, Crystal, True, Monica, Charla, Isaac, Lily, Ashley, and Cameron, were all purchased individually based on their supernatural reputations. The Watkins family then brought them together in their Pennsylvania home and set up a 24-hour stream. Over the years, fans of the aptly named Dollhouse have gathered on the webpage forum to discuss the alleged paranormal events caught on camera. Most notable was the footage of a ghostly apparition caught in 2009 of what seems to be a spectral young boy at the bottom of their staircase. Sadly, the stream stopped updating in 2015.
And like that, he's gone.
Number 5. Joliet. As this story goes, a jealous family friend maliciously gave this cursed doll to a young woman as a pregnancy gift. Tragically, her baby boy died only 3 days after birth. Soon after, however, the family began to hear a baby's cries emanating from the doll. The doll has been kept in the family for 4 generations, and as a result, little outside investigation has been possible. But legend has it that each owner has consistently given birth to one healthy boy and one healthy girl, with the boy mysteriously dying on the 3rd day. According to the family, Joliet continues to cry out with the spirits of the multiple baby voices coming from it. Number 4. The Island of the Dolls. Located on the canals near Mexico City, this island is one of the world's creepiest destinations. In the 1950s, Julian Santana Barrera left his family and isolated himself on the island. Legend has it that after finding the body of a drowned girl, he hung her doll in a tree as a means of honoring her. Once it allegedly moved and made noises, his lifelong obsession of stringing up dolls in the trees began. In 2001, Barrera's body was discovered having drowned in the same spot as the girl. Nowadays, Barrera's family runs the island, ferrying tourists to visit the countless dolls. According to local legend, the dolls have been known to whisper and move. Number 3. Robert. Given to painter Robert Eugene Otto when he was just a boy, Robert the doll has a creepy history. Otto often talked to the doll, and according to his parents, the doll responded. Otto also blamed small accidents on the doll. Eventually placed in an attic when Otto grew up, Robert was said to move around on his own and cause creaking sounds.
Are you sure there's nobody else in the house?
Nowadays, Robert resides at the Martello Gallery Key West Art and Historical Museum, where he continues to garner attention. Each year, the doll receives hundreds of letters of apology from ex-skeptics who photograph him, quote, without permission, only to leave, experience various accidents, and come to associate them with Robert's cursed influence. Number 2. Annabelle. Thanks to the Conjuring film series, Annabelle's story has a prominent place in pop culture. But the real doll looks nothing like her on-screen Hollywood counterpart. Annabelle is in fact a Raggedy Ann doll, given to a young nurse as a gift in the 1970s. The spookiness began almost immediately when the nurse and her roommate started finding the doll in random places and with handwritten notes next to it. Famous paranormal investigators and demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren examined the doll and eventually locked her up for safety's sake. The doll now resides at the Warrens Occult Museum. However, she's still been blamed for numerous attacks and at least one death. Before we reveal our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
She's sitting in a rocket chair, 6 feet away. Wow, I know I didn't put her there.
Number 1. Mandy. Here's a doll that seems to possess all the powers and abilities of every aforementioned doll combined. Mandy's last owner could not stand the constant crying noises, but the sheer number of reported incidents, especially since the porcelain doll was donated to a Canadian museum in 1991, is staggering. Objects disappear or move, tapping is heard on her case, cameras and electronic devices malfunction, footsteps are heard in the night, and people report seeing her move and blink. While her antics don't seem evil, Mandy certainly is an attention seeker. The staff keeps her far away from the other dolls, as any nearby doll displays mysteriously tend to get broken or damaged.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.